In May 2021, we opened the doors to our Play Cafe. We've been running Tots and Toddlers, and we saw more than ever the need to support young families in our community. When lockdown hit, we started a support group called Lockdown Babies, where we did walk and talks on a weekly basis. And before we knew it, we had 90 young families we were supporting. Little did we know that they'd become the base for our Play Cafe community, which has grown and grown since then. The vision for the Play Cafe is the same as it was right at the beginning, and that is quite simply to love and serve our community. And maybe they'll taste and see that God is good.
Since we opened, we have served our community 6,651 coffees, over 4,500 pastries and cakes, and 1,013 kids' snack plates, and so much more. We all know the phrase that it takes a village to raise a child, and we've heard so many people come into the cafe saying that this has become their village, which is really amazing, and it's so lovely to know that people can come in feeling tired and exhausted, but go out with a spring in their step. We run 2 parenting conversations here at the cafe, looking at relationships and postnatal care. We had around 50 people attend each session, which was fabulous. And I'm currently now running an Alpha session here at the cafe as well. And a number of the people who are attending Alpha are regular cafe guests. It was amazing to be involved with the Christmas Eve service here and look around, see so many of the regulars that come along to the cafe coming with their children and really enjoying the service. None of this could be possible if we didn't have the amazing team of volunteers we have.
So we come to the cafe because it's a really safe space for both my children. There's a beautiful sense of community here. Lots of lovely things for us to do, brilliant coffee. I think during the very beginning when Peggy had just been born, it was our kind of safe place and go-to for those kind of sleep-deprived mornings where you need to get out of the house for your mental well-being. And this felt easy and doable. And you know there's a wonderful support network of parents who are in a very similar boat. So that's why we come, we love it.
I think I've been coming to the cafe pretty much ever since it opened, and I think there's probably 3 things. One, I just get so exhausted sometimes, and it's really nice to see my kids playing around in a very safe space, engaging with other kids, and I just can be a lazy dad and sit on a couch and have a really nice cup of coffee and some pastries or something like that. There's not very many community spaces where it's just proper, you get together, there's people you don't really know, and then after a week and then 2 weeks and 3 weeks, you're seeing some familiar faces and their kids playing around with your kids, and it's just delightful. One of the things that happened, of course, so running the Alpha course here, and it's one of those things that I'm sure lots of people have seen around. I've seen it around, and to be fair, just would have always been too busy. Right now, I have a 2.5-year-old. If you've ever had a 2-year-old to 16-year-old, there'll be these moments of meltdown. And one of the things that my little Levi is very good at is his meltdowns. And it's tough, but I find that that's his time just to kind of let it all out, whatever's going on in his head. So one of the interesting things I found with the Alpha course was I'm sitting there with a group of people, and I can just be kind of honest and just let stuff out, almost in the same way. We're not quite screaming at each other, but I didn't really quite expect that, so that was quite cool.
And we have plans. We plan to run our parenting conversations on a monthly basis where we share the wisdom from within our church community into our wider community, so that it's all one and the same. We will keep running Alpha. We have cocktails for couples coming up, which we will invite everyone in the Play Cafe community to, as well as the marriage course and all the other things we do together as a church community. And then our bigger vision at some point this year is to open a Dementia Cafe lunch, where our guests from the Play Cafe will actually become the hosts with their little ones and sit and enjoy lunch, partnering with local charities, supporting those locally with dementia. We also want to grow and invest in our parent host teams. These are parents locally from our church who come along simply to befriend, look out for others at the cafe. This team is so important because whilst we want to have the best coffee in town and delicious flapjacks, actually at the heart of this is that we this church community are connecting deeply with our wider local community and loving them and serving them. We would love you to join the adventure.